And happy Friday, everybody. Second day of the Masters. Welcome in Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Live once again at 5 Iron Golf. He is Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe. Dr. Crane Nick Frazier is standing over in a corner. Brandon Bigsby is back at the studio. Brando hanging out with us today as Dr. Crane had hosting duties with Parker Kelly. They did a great job on Next Man Up, so appreciate that. Even though it's a family show, and Dr. Crane has to learn that. But.
That's right. Yeah, maybe one day will. So they have darts here at 5 Iron Golf.
They have darts, they have pool, they have clay. I mean,
Dr. Crane pulls out darts that I promise you are worth more than my car.
Wait,
they are. Look at those things.
Did you bring your own darts?
They got a dart, but they got a virtual dartboard over there, but it's not virtual. It's like it's a dartboard.
Hang on. You brought your own darts?
Look at that.
2 sets.
Oh my God. He's that guy.
I mean, you are the new Dos Equis guy. You're the most interesting man in the world.
I know what you do on weekends now. You walk into bars and take money off of college kids.
Yes, he does.
This guy, he's like, hey, dude, you want to play? Sure, I'll play you. And he's like Uncle Phil on The Fresh Prince, where he acts like he sucks, and then all of a sudden he just destroys them.
He walks in, doesn't say a word, and then bingo, sets the world on fire. I'm telling you, man, he's the most interesting man in the world.
He is. He truly is. That is Nick Frazier, our very own. We're live once again at 5 Iron Golf. We had so much fun yesterday, and they didn't kick us out that they had us back. And so it was
Feels good.
Here all day. We're in a little bit of a different spot. I love this because we can look out at Hillsborough Road at our 21st.
21st.
Yeah.
Right. As if my ADHD isn't bad enough.
I know.
Now I've got to deal with people walking on the sidewalk.
Well, yeah, I want people to walk by and we'll yell at them.
Oh, it'd be a fun day.
So, but we're excited to be here. Unfortunately, the Predators fought. How you doing, young man?
Well,
how you doing? Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
We
got some
apple cider. Look at
like
Big Man
that.
just worked out.
I like that. Big man.
He's carrying a gallon of apple cider.
I like that. You don't mess with
All
him.
right.
Predators fall 4-1 last night in Utah to wrap up the road trip. And look, we know what they got to do. They got to win. They got to win all three.
So do they control their own destiny? I hate that phrase.
Yeah, pretty much. Because
if they win out, they'll end up with 90 points.
I would say I need to do the math because LA won last night, so they're up by 1. Winnipeg's 2 points behind them. The problem is LA has a game in hand, so they have 4 games left.
Okay.
So if that's 8 points. I don't know. They need some help.
Oh no, don't say that.
LA's got to lose.
Okay. Well, let's have a good thoughts that they'll lose, and this hockey team will get into the
Because if the Preds win their 6th, that's 90. If LA wins, they'd be at 93.
Ouch. Well, you know what? You can't control
right.
that. All you do is worry about tomorrow. Minnesota comes to town, pack Bridgestone, make it loud, and go out and win. Concerned, though, that Roman Josi did not play last night. What about Saturday?
Yeah, that was a big concern. We got that news literally. He went through warm-ups. We got lineups. He was in the lineup, and it was literally right before they were dropping the puck. We got the word that he was out. So he tried to go, but unable to go. And so, yeah, look, you could tell they didn't have him last night. Nothing against the other guys, but, like, when you are missing a Norris Trophy-winning defenseman, your captain,
right,
it's going to show. So,
well, was it next man up? Get it done. So
that was before us.
Tomorrow, do we have who's in goal?
UC Saros.
Okay.
I'm glad you brought that up. Let's just get this out of the way right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard Vingan bring this up, and he's entitled to his opinion. There's no goaltending controversy, people. UC Saros is the starter. UC Saros is going to be the starter. UC Sonnen had the best game of his career, and he deserves all the accolades for that. It was awesome to see a 43-shot shutout. UC Saros is the starting goaltender for the Nashville Predators.
Okay.
Period.
He's got 3 games to solidify that. I tell you what, because if it goes wrong on Saturday,
you're not wrong. But it's just like,
got that right.
What are we doing? Like everybody knows the answer to this question.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of like during the Stanley Cup final when UC Saros was a rookie and was the backup. I think that's right. No, maybe it was Carter Hutton. I can't remember. It's been so long ago.
So long ago.
But people were asking Peter Laviolette, who's the starting goaltender, and he's like, next question. Like, don't waste my time with this. So,
Okay.
that's
All right.
just that. Look, I get it, but that's where I think it sits right now.
Well, let's just win tomorrow. He can play his tail off and then deal with it after that. But you got 3 left at home: Minnesota, San Jose Monday, and what's the last one? Wednesday
and Thursday against Anaheim.
Thursday against Anaheim. So,
Yep.
all right. I mean, you're still there. You got 3 games left.
Sure.
You're still battling for a playoff. And let's hope that they all have a great game tomorrow. Bridgestone's rocking, and then see what happens after that. I mean, it changes daily. So it's not like, are you sure the Kings going to win 4 straight? I mean, I don't. You never know.
No, I don't. But Mike Organ going to join us at 12:30. Cool thing going on at the fairgrounds this weekend. Forever Titans wide receiver Chris Sanders at 1 o'clock, and Predators CEO Sean Henry will join at 2:30 here on the program live from 5 Iron Golf. 615-737-1025 is our phone and text line. Driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. Joseph, what is the question of the day?
All right, so I was cleaning out a few things in my closet, and I came across something that I was like, this would be a great question. I need to know what you are absolutely obsessed with. What are you absolutely obsessed with? And I'll give you an example. As the ambulance comes screaming by, I hope everybody's okay. I counted last night, I have 13 books on the JFK assassination. I have 1 DVD movie in my collection. It's the movie JFK with Kevin Costner. I am forever obsessed with the JFK assassination.
Apparently he is too, because he was in 2 prominent movies about
Yeah, so
JFK.
that's my obsession. So 615-737-1025. What are you absolutely obsessed with? Call or text. We'd love to hear from you. Your obsession. What are you obsessed with?
That's a good question.
Not not love, but obsessed. I am obsessed with the JFK assassination.
There's a joke I can make, but I'm not going to right now about obsessions. But anyway, probably the OJ trial.
Obsessed.
Yeah, like
You can't get enough of it.
any type of show, any type of documentary, anything that comes out about the OJ trial, I immediately has my attention.
What part? Is there a part in particular or just all of it?
I just think the whole story, I mean, it's probably one of the first big things that I remember. And I didn't watch the whole trial. I was still young, but like I remember the chase. Like I was watching the chase live at my dad's. And so like I think I just have a fascination with it because of that. And the, all the racial stuff and the fact that, who he was at the time and this fall from grace and the fact that, I mean, for all practical purposes, he got away with it,
He did.
Now maybe not long term, but like in that trial he did. And so, to see a guy go from being like a beloved former athlete, actor, television star to the most hated man in America,
like overnight
was like the Cuba Gooding Jr. movie. I thought was there was a scene at the end of it where like the trial's done, he's out of jail, he's back home, and he everybody's like, well, let's go to dinner, and he says, call so and so, one of his favorite restaurants, tell him it's for OJ. And they said no, we don't have any tables.
Oh.
And it was kind of like that was that moment he realized things had changed.
Was that the movie where Travolta played Shapiro with
Yeah.
the eyebrows?
Yeah.
That was really good. Sarah Paulson was Marsha Clark. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it was a really good movie.
So those are 2 obsessions for today. We don't know what you are obsessed with. Not just like, oh, I'll look into it, but like obsessed.
615-737-1025 is our phone and text line. You can weigh in on that. And our question of the day is presented by Aries Tactical. Your safety, your skill, your Aries Tactical. First-time shooters shoot for free. Just tell them that I, Chase McCabe, sent you, and check them out at ariestactical.com.
Hey, Brando, what, you got an obsession?
Honestly, I can't. There's nothing that specifically comes to mind for me. I'm not going to lie.
Okay. You could have lied now and helped us out, but it's all right, though.
Chad, are we doing closest to the pin again today, or what's our plan here? Yeah? Okay. So people here at 5 Iron Golf, the closest to the pin competition on the simulator, best shot of the afternoon wins a gift card. All right. I'm not reading the liner because
Yeah,
it might
do
be
not.
wrong.
Don't do that.
So we'll do closest to the pin, which was a lot of fun yesterday. Parker's over there with the working on his swing. Dr. Crane's been working on his swing. I was trying earlier, and I took out like 3 Vandy students, so they asked me to stop.
Right.
So
Mike in Lebanon says UFOs. I'm obsessed with UFOs. Is it ours or extraterrestrial? But it is something. UFOs is a good. A lot of
that's
people are obsessed
true.
with that.
Yeah, no, I'm obsessed with like this. The Artemis thing has been awesome because now, in all seriousness, praying for them to come back. They're supposed to splash down around 7:00 tonight, our time. And, I was reading through them, everything has to go right. Like they got to be right on it, and it's just a very dangerous return. But hopefully they get home safely. And look, this is really cool. And so, yeah, I think UFOs are a good one.
Somebody sent me a note last night, which I was like, come on. It said, Artemis was built by the lowest bidder. I'm like, why are you telling me this?
Yeah.
I don't need to know this, right? And they're going 75,000 miles an hour. It's like from New York to LA in 6 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, are we built for this?
Well, I mean, we've done it before.
True.
Supposedly.
Allegedly, right? Supposedly, yeah.
I mean, we've done it in the space shuttle, but look, I hope everything goes well for sure. I'll be watching. Nevada Josh, I'm obsessed with any book or TV movie about UFOs, aliens, etc. Luckily, my wife is too, so that's most of our TV watching. It's a good obsession because I'm one of those people that I don't necessarily believe in little green men from the moon, but you can't tell me, as vast as our universe is, that there isn't other life out there.
I have no idea.
I believe God created the heavens and the earth. You can't tell me that God said, you know what, we're going to make this one planet, and that's going to be the only planet with life on it.
We'll find out one day. Like I am a little bit obsessed with how the pyramids were built.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So if I'm flipping channels and that's on, I'll stick and watch and see what's going on because they say the aliens built the pyramids. I mean, it's just, and I get the obsession with all that. I understand all that, but that is that's a true thing. I mean, it's to see that there's like Nevada Josh talking about, there's plenty of TV shows about all that with UFOs and all that goes on.
We got Robert saying the Artemis is a fake mission.
Okay. Robert, why is Artemis fake?
I tell you what, I'm not going to poo-poo your theory. Tell me why.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Tell me why.
Why you think that?
Oh.
Joey from Gallatin. Honestly, after all I've been through in my life, I am most obsessed with being the best father and husband I can be. My kids and wife are my world.
Nothing
I
wrong
love
with
that,
that,
Joey.
That is the perfect answer.
I will say 1880 has my second one that I'm not. I mean, like I'm just all the theories and stuff I'm fascinated by 9/11.
Oh yeah,
which were 25 years approaching.
Yeah, in September. Yeah, that's another one. There's a lot of people on those things. I mean, whether how it happened, how it went down, and you can find all that stuff. I mean, YouTube was full of that stuff at one point for all that. So I don't know, man. It's just that's what makes us all unique. We're all obsessed with different things, and for me, I mean, the whole JFK thing just blew my mind.
Yeah, that is a good one. For sure. 615-737-1025. Mike Organ will join us at the bottom of the hour. We'll have more from 5 Iron Golf today. 1025 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. We're live today at 5 Iron Golf, 202 21st Avenue South here in Midtown. Come by and say hello. Also want to tell you that 102.5 The Game has teamed up with Pella Windows and Doors and the Nashville Humane Association for a puppy pet adoption today at Pella, 256 East Main Street in Hendersonville from 4 to 6. Just visit thegamenashville.com/events for more details. Robert did text back when he said that the Artemis mission was a fake mission, and he goes, because I heard it online. Robert, I don't know how to tell you this, but not everything on the internet is real.
What?
Just saying. 0388. I'm obsessed with Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini, and if I can get the code for the Friends discount where they stayed in Arizona.
Did you see yesterday she tried to put a tweet out about something on NFL?
Oh, yeah, she just got destroyed.
I think there were, last I checked, it was like 3,000 replies. And I read like the first 10. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not gonna do this anymore today and go all that. So it was something else. Yeah, thank you. So those are the things. So here's another spin on this. Our question of the day is, what are you obsessed with? Let's take it to another level. In the sports world, what are you obsessed with? In the sports world, what are you obsessed with? And there's a lot of my friends are obsessed with the Masters, and I love it.
Yep.
For me, and Chase, you know this because last June we rode in a car with Jeff Fisher for an hour from one location to the other, and all I did was ask Coach about the 1985 Chicago Bears. And Coach was gracious. He answered all the questions. I am obsessed about the 1985 Chicago Bears. That amount of talent in one season, I know they went 15-1. That amount of talent, that's the greatest defense of all time. I'm just obsessed with the players, how that all came together. Buddy Ryan, and then we're around with Fisher, and I kept asking him question after question about the 85 Bears because, again, that's just – I've always been obsessed with that. You?
You know, lately I have been I don't know if obsessed is the right word, but I've been really thinking about what if Dale Earnhardt had not died
That's
at the end of that race? Like, would they have had the car up tomorrow? Would they have the safer cars? I would say yes, because 3 other drivers had died before that, and they were looking at things. But, I think the biggest thing with that would have been Dale Earnhardt Incorporated would have never gone away.
Okay.
So Dale Jr. would have never left that.
All
He'd have
right.
been in the 8 car his whole career. Does Michael Waltrip finish his career there? Like, there's just a lot of what would NASCAR have looked like if he doesn't die.
That's one that could drive you insane, right?
I asked ChatGPT. I loaded a picture of he would be 73. Yeah. So I said, hey, 74. I was like, what would he look like at 74? And that's what it gave me. And it's just like
That's what he looked like at 49.
I know. I know.
He looked the same, man.
I know, but it's just like,
I mean, you
Like,
think
what
about
if?
that. That's also 25 years ago, and there are still, people obsessed with that, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And to see, but that's a great question because, again, the biggest star in a massive popular sport dies doing that.
yeah,
And, had he died of cancer like in the summer or something, it's still
Yeah.
awful, but you die during the biggest race of the year and you're the biggest name. I'm not sure we still comprehend this. Does that make sense?
I think you have so many people that say NASCAR died with him. Like, there's a lot of people that truly believe that.
Okay.
And in some ways they're not wrong. But the sport also, I think some of the things that happened after Bill Jr. died, Bill France Jr., and his family tried to do, I think Dale had enough pull that some of that would have been prevented. I think Dale would have retired. I think would have run DEI because he was only going to race, I think, a couple more years.
Right.
He would have retired. He would have run DEI, but he would have been one of the top owners in NASCAR that had the ear of, Mike Helton and the France family, and because they trusted him, and was a good business mind too, as was Teresa.
Right.
That I think things would have been different.
I look, you know vastly more about that than I do, but that's one, man. And you could think about if he had survived and what happened and goes on, but he didn't. You saw the sport became a new sport after that, and it's forever changed, good or bad. It's forever changed, but that's a fine. I mean, obsession is a strong word, but it's okay to be obsessed and think about things like that and what might have happened and what might have been and everything else.
2758 says Greg Maddux only walking 140 batters in 23 years of pitching.
It's pretty good, right?
That's pretty.
What's the Tony Gwynn thing? Did he not only struck out like 40 times or something crazy?
Yeah, something like that. There was a story of I don't remember if it was an MVP year or what it was, but he used the same bat the whole year. And like never broke the bat, he used the same bat the entire year. And at the end of the year, he retired it because he wanted to hang on to it. And he starts the next year and he's in like a huge slump. So he brings the bat out and first AB, he hits one and breaks it in half.
Tony Gwynn's career is defined by 3 unparalleled contact, hitting, and consistency. 338 lifetime average over 20 seasons. Most remarkably, Gwynn struck out only 430 times in 10,000 plate appearances, meaning he could have gone 0 for 1,200 in his next at bats and still had a 300 career average.
That's amazing.
And then in 107 matchups against Hall of Fame pitcher Greg Maddux, Gwynn never struck out and batted .415.
That's amazing. I think like you talk about weird stats.
That's crazy, man.
Doesn't Gretzky have like if you took all his goals away, he'd still be the points leader?
I don't know,
or something like that.
Sounds like that would be.
I think it's something like that. But I mean, it's ridiculous. Some of these stats.
This Tony Gwynn stuff's insane.
Mike in Lebanon has a good one. The Titans and Amy have made my wife and I fall in love with hockey. Now we're obsessed with the game of hockey. We love it. Go Preds.
All right. Go Preds indeed, man.
Real quick, Tim wants to weigh in on our question of the day in Dale Sr. What you got, Tim?
Hey, one thing, Vanderbilt right now is probably my biggest exception. I mean, I've been a Vanderbilt fan since I was for about 55, 60 years, and they're doing better now than they've done in ever my lifetime, the whole sports deal.
Yep.
And the other thing about Dale Earnhardt, one thing that we all kind of look over in that situation is Sterling Marlin. You know, Sterling is actually, they wrecked, is what caused Dale to go on defense. And after that wreck, Sterling was never the same driver.
He was not.
I mean,
he carried that with him, and it wasn't his fault. But
no. And nobody said it was a racing accident that happens. But it's one of them deals that he couldn't overcome it. He thinks to this day that he caused Dale to die.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, all right. Thanks,
That
guys.
is very true. Thanks for the call, Tim. Yep. No, and look, Sterling, we'll talk to Mike Organ next, who knows Sterling pretty well.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
It was a racing accident. It wasn't his fault.
No, not at all.
And I think there were, unfairly, there were some people that blamed him right after, and they shouldn't have. But
that was the whole thing. When he got back, he was really mad. When I worked at Channel 2, he was really mad because he said that the exact quote was, a powdered up sportscaster said that I killed Dale Earnhardt.
Oh.
And nobody said that.
Yeah.
No sports anchor at the time said that at Channel. I was there. Nobody said that. And he was very, very upset at Channel 2, but nobody had said that.
Yeah. Well, it was. Look, I get it. It's the worst day in racing history.
Oh yeah, right.
Coming up next, we'll talk to Mike Organ about this and things going on at the fairgrounds this weekend. Plus, Mike got an honor, and we love to honor Mike. And we will do that coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe 102.5 the game here on this Friday. We're at 5 Iron Golf, the Masters tournament going on from Augusta National right now. But coming up this weekend, the Tootsie's Cars Tour Music City Showdown at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. We say hello to our buddy Mike Organ, who works for the Tennessean, and he'll be out and about. Dale Earnhardt Jr. will be racing at the fairgrounds for, I believe, Mike, the first time since 1999.
That is correct, Chase. It's been a while. He raced a lot from 96 to 99, about 12 times. And then he moved up in Cup, and Cup left Nashville, so he hasn't been back since. He's been to the track. I interviewed him out there, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago for an ARCA race. But he's not driven out there. He's not raced out there. So he tested tires last week. He's out today. I think he's got a autograph session at 1:45 that he's going to practice at 6 or 7. So he's glad to be back, Chase, because he wants NASCAR to come back. He wants Cup to come back to the track, and this gives him an opportunity to kind of promote that idea.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. And I mean, look, if you're gonna get people behind that place, having the most popular driver, even after almost 10 years of being retired, is certainly the way to do it. But I'll be curious of what the crowd is like, and what's kind of your thought on the excitement with this event, knowing that he's a part of it.
I think it's going to sell out. I was told that last week. It was trending towards selling out. I'll find out today if it is going to. I was told earlier in the week that traffic was going to be at a premium. So to get there early, if you're going, there'll be 2 races tomorrow night, and pro late models and limited late models. And so I'd advise everybody get out there early. Of course, a lot of people want to get out there earlier. People like, that, Chase. People like to go when the doors open. Things coming together. It's different from most other sports. There is some tailgating, but for the most part, people like to get into the venue. And so, yeah, I'll be interested to see if it sells out. They're really hoping for a sellout. They're really hoping for it to go smoothly. And I'm talking about the people who are pro returning to Nashville, because they want to prove that the place can handle 10, 12,000 fans, get them in, get them out, traffic not being a big problem, and it not bother the neighborhood too much. So that's kind of the hope of that side. And, of course, all the promoters are pushing for a sellout. As I said, from what I heard, the early sales were going so well. I mean, they were sold out of aisle seats and box seats last Friday. So I close, if not capacity crowd.
Mike, you've talked to Dale Jr. a bunch of times. What's his affinity for the fairgrounds?
Just that he grew up there, and his dad raced. It was a place that just became one of his favorites as a kid, and seeing his dad do well out there. And then when he started to get into racing himself, along with his sister Carrie and his sister Kelly at the time, they were also into it. And there were even races, or at least one race I'm sure of, where all 3 of them raced, because all 3 of them crashed out of the race that night. And I've confirmed this with Dale Jr., that after they all got finished and they're sitting in the pit, they nominated Kelly to come on a senior because they said he would be easier on her than he would be on the 2 boys. And I asked if he was, and they said no, he wasn't. He was as hard on her and ticked off as he would have been if either of them had called. So it's just a place they really have an affinity for. I've talked to Dale about this, Dale Jr., and we tried to make it work this week. And we thought we had it done up until about 2 days ago. He and I are going to walk the track at some point with a videographer in front of us, and we're going to talk about key points on that track, that 5/8 mile track that he remembers. The night that all three of them wrecked, the bump going into 2, different things like that. And well, I proposed it to him when he was here a couple of years ago, and he really liked the idea. And we tried to make it work the last 2 years. Thought we had it done this year, and he remembers it every time I bring it up. So I know it's something he wants to do, and I think it's going to be really cool when we finally get it done.
Mike, is tonight's event in a larger picture a shot across the bow to John Ingram?
Well, tonight's just practice. Tomorrow night is the race.
Or tomorrow night? This whole weekend.
Yeah, the weekend. Good point. It is. You know, I think it is. I don't know if it was orchestrated that way. I don't know, because this series, as Chase probably knows, is owned by Harp and Justin Marks and Junior and another person, and they race 12 races a year, and Dale Junior races about 4 of those races. And I say he does this like it's routine. He did it last year. Last year stopped a 29-year streak of Junior racing at least one of the NASCAR divisions. It's the first time he had not raced Cup, Xfinity, or O'Reilly Auto Parts or trucks in 29 years. He raced 4 races in this series. This year he'll do the same thing, and I don't know if it was suggested to him that this is finally a way. You know, he's been a vocal proponent of bringing back. This is finally an actual do something. You know what I mean? Put your money where your mouth is. And I think what you're saying is true. I think it was pointed out to him, hey, here's your chance to do something beyond just in radio interviews or TV interviews saying, yeah, the Cup should go back to Nashville. So I whether it was contrived or not, it's going to be that. It's going to turn out to be that. And that's why I'm saying I think they're hoping for a sellout, because they can tell the mayor, they can tell the council, hey, we packed the house for this event. Dale Jr., one of the biggest names in the sports, was here. We got him in, we got him out. No problems. Racing belongs here for the long term.
Yeah, Jeff Burton is the other one that is a part of it.
That's right, yes.
Yep. Yeah, so former drivers. I mean, and I believe Keelan Harvick, Kevin's son, is going to be racing this weekend as well.
Great driver. I went out and saw him last summer, Chase. Just walked up to Kevin sitting there eating a big hot dog, and I said, can I talk to you about Keelan? I wouldn't have done that for any other topic. I wouldn't have walked up there and said that about Cup coming to Nashville or what's going on with the new format or anything like that. But I knew if I said I want to talk about his son, he'd say yes. So I walked up to him right in the middle of his hot dog, and he said, sure. And so I stuck around and watched Keelan. He's going to be a driver we're going to have to watch, just like Kyle Busch's son and a lot of them that are coming up now. And look forward to him this weekend. He's won a lot of races. He's a good driver. And I was glad to hear he was going to be here this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael, we also wanted to have you on because congratulations on being inducted into the MNPS Sports Hall of Fame. It's well-deserved. And I know, you probably don't like to talk about yourself, but that's pretty cool that they were able to honor you that way.
Well, the only reason I want to is to pump myself up in front of Joe. So I don't mind
God,
doing
stop.
circumstances. So, no, I appreciate it, guys. It was a great honor. And the only reason it's a great honor is because you look at who else is in that Hall of Fame. And, I mean, from Perry Wallace to DJ Jr. to just about everybody you can think of has come through Nashville and done well in sports and in athletics. That's what means more than anything, and it also points out that I don't deserve to be there. And my 3 friends, the 3 Gameses, Jeff, Craig, and Brett, were with me yesterday, and they all agreed that I don't deserve to be in there. So it was a humbling experience.
Oh my goodness! You're able to bring out the Gaines boys. Well done, buddy, on that. But no, seriously, congratulations. And look, I'm passionate about Metro Nashville and Middle Tennessee and high school athletics. You're me times 50. Why did you? I mean, yeah. Why did you feel this to like keep all this alive? Because I'm telling you, Mike, you're keeping it alive. If not, a lot of this stuff would be gone.
I do it only for one reason, Joe. People love it. People want it. I can't tell you how I had 3 or 4 people come up to me yesterday. This isn't true, but they said it. And I'll even say who it was. Lavoisier Fisher was one of them who came up to me and said, if I hadn't written what I've written and kept alive the memories, they wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Now, like I said, that's not true. They deserve to be in there, but it does make you feel good that people think that's the truth. And other people, just fans, people who never played, they were just fans or were in the bands or were cheerleaders. One night when Facebook just started up, it was around 2010, I had a week off. It was vacation. I wasn't doing anything. I sat down and I saw where people were creating these pages, like remember the Fairground Speedway thing, you know. So I thought, I wonder if anybody remembers the NIL, the National Interscholastic League, which Joe just barely missed playing in because it ended in 1984. And it was the national area for all sports. And it was 2 different districts, and it was phenomenal. It was the thing you did on Friday night. We didn't have pro sports here. The newspaper wasn't covering Tennessee at the time. So you went out and you went out to a high school football game every Friday night. So I brought up just a page and I said, the NIL, that's all I called it. And
right,
the National Interscholastic League, because this was before the fake NIL, name, image, likeness came around. And
right.
I still need to take them to court about that. But anyway,
do it.
I guarantee you, they got the money for a nice little settlement. So I created it, and I don't know. Within a week, we had 1,000 members in it. It was a free page. It was open to the public. Within a month, we had 2,000 or 3,000, and within a year or two, we had 10,000. And it continued to grow and grow. Joe remembers we had a reunion within about 2 years. He was with
Sure
Tennessee
did.
at the time. He came out and covered it for the TV station. He talked to some of the old NIL coaches and players, and just like I said, fans were there. And it took on a life of its own. And anybody could post old pictures of themselves. And if there's one thing people like doing, it's like talking about their high school playing days. And they could post, they could go into their books and just take out old stories that their grandparents or parents had saved, picture and post it on there, and remind people of what a great player they were, and their team pictures and picture yearbooks. And like I said, it just took on a life of its own, and that became as much of anything I do as I do professionally for the Tennessean, because of course, a lot of posting was Tennessean stuff, so I was promoting the newspaper because it was content from the Tennessean. But
Sure,
like I said, it took on a life of its own, and I would go weeks and maybe even a month or two without posting anything myself because everybody else was posting stuff.
Oh, that's great. Now, before we let you go, we've had Jim Wyatt on. He told us about his first story he covered the Tennessean was the regatta on Old Hickory Lake back in the mid-'80s. What was the first story you covered at the Tennessean?
Thankfully, I never had to cover the regatta, and
right.
It died before I ever got suckered into it. My first story was actually, you'll love this, it was a high school story. It was on a guy named Rodney Edmonds. He was at Tennessee Preparatory School, which you remember, and some old timers remember, was a school where you went if your parents abandoned you, couldn't take care of you, or you were a problem. You were a discipline case. And you went there, and they had great teams because a lot of people like that are tough, and a lot of people like that are good athletes. And, they've had to fend for their lives without parents or whatever. And so Rodney was a DPS kid, and he was working at Bonanza.
Man.
You may not remember Bonanza, but Joe remembers it, I guarantee you.
I do, because my grandfather owned a couple of them.
Oh my gosh! Well,
Yeah.
shut my mouth. Well, Rodney worked at Bonanza, and he would work 5 days a week, including Fridays, up until about 4 o'clock. Then he would knock off, and he would go home, go back to his dorm. You had dorms at TPS over on Foster Avenue, on Purfreesboro Road. It's still there, but it's just not TPS anymore. And he would get dressed, and he'd go play football. And he was a running back, and I just did a story about balancing being in that environment, TPS, where you're under strict discipline, working and holding down a 5-day-a-week job. I don't think it was 40
Wow.
hours, but it's 5 days a week, and playing football and being successful. And Rodney Edmonds went on to graduate from Vanderbilt, guys.
Oh, that's
a
awesome.
That's an awesome story.
Yeah, I
Awesome
didn't know
story.
that until about 2 years ago when I caught up with him on Facebook or somewhere. And yeah, he graduated from Vanderbilt. So that's my first story. I've got it saved, and I'll post it on Facebook at some point.
Love it,
Awesome.
man.
Mike, congratulations. Thanks so much for doing this. Enjoy this weekend.
I always love being on with you guys. See you later.
Absolutely. Mike Organ of the Tennessean, who is one of our favorites and also running for re-election as the mayor of Rayon City.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's going to have some tough competition. I know that.
We'll have more coming from 5 Iron Golf today, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe 1025 the game. We're at 5 Iron Golf today. And our show is presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel. Having a great time watching the Masters. You know, they also have the bays that you can work on your swing.
Do we have a leaderboard update?
Sure. Give me just a second.
Sure, man. You okay over there? You got
Look,
it.
the quesadillas are very good. They are very spicy.
All right.
Rory McIlroy leads the way at 5 under right now, with Clark, Hatton, and Rose and
Clark.
Burns all tied. Mr. Burns all tied for second with 4 under. So
All
that's
right.
where things sit at this moment.
Okay.
So yeah, there you go.
Every
Good
time I
job.
heard the word Clark, I think of Randy Quaid in
Yeah, I
Vacation.
know.
Hey, Clark.
0862 says, "Can I ask a stupid off the wall question?" Joe does it every day, so why not?
Yes.
Do you guys think the Yankees and the Cowboys are the same team in different sports?
That's a good one. Yes.
Yeah, I would say yes.
Yep. Except the Yankees win a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think that, yeah, I think that's fair.
Because people become, I know a lot of people are Yankees fans that can't name 4 players. They just think it's cool being Yankees fans.
Yeah.
Cowboy fans are probably the same. A lot of them, not all of them, but are the same way. It's just cool. I mean,
Yeah.
be a Cowboy fan. That's it.
I think that's a fair question. Coming up next, Chris Sanders, Forever Titans wide receiver, going to join us. We'll ask draft with him less than 2 weeks away. We will talk to Chris. Coming up next, Chasing Big Joe, 1025 the game. Hour number 2, Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Friday. We are live today at 5 Iron Golf over by Vanderbilt. We say hello now to Forever Titans wide receiver Chris Sanders, who joins us on the program. Chris, how are you, my friend?
Man, what is going on, fellas? How y'all doing today, man? Y'all enjoying this weather? Are y'all actually golfing, or are you just at a place?
No, we're at this. It's pretty cool. It's across the street from Vanderbilt. It's got golf simulators. It's inside, but it's very, very nice.
So you're just tearing up the place right now.
Yeah, it's a cool spot.
That's good, man.
Oh yeah, we are. We're having a great time.
Good.
We are less than 2 weeks out from the first round of the NFL draft, and something that TD brought up that I thought was interesting. Obviously, everybody's going to want to see. I think Love. Love is kind of the fun pick right now for the Titans because of what we've talked about and what he could do offensively to help Cam Ward. Tim Hasselbeck said this week that he thinks he's a good fit for Cam Ward specifically. But let's say he's not there.
Ooh.
What if they take a guy like Sonny Styles from The Ohio State that could fit Robert Saleh's defense?
Man, he's good. I mean, I'm glad you said that name because he goes to The Ohio State University. But just look at this kid. I mean, he's 6'5", 243. But here's the thing. He covers great ground. He has great instincts. When you have a linebacker that's that big, that physical, you can do so many things. It's just going to make your defense better. And then one guy that's really going to benefit from that is Jeffrey Simmons, because you got Jeffrey Simmons. You got other guys that they got in the free agent wise. Then now you add a Sonny Styles, who's a linebacker that has great instincts, like I said, that's physical, and he's consistently in a great place. That's what you want with your linebackers.
I know you're an offensive guy, but I know you also recognize how important defense is. Do you think that the way they're going of really fixing the defense, might be the right move this year, even though you want to find some weapons for Cam?
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. Even it's going to really help Cam Ward. I'm going to tell you why it's going to help Cam Ward, because it allows him to be Cam. So if Cam throws an interception, your defense is going to consistently get the ball back so he can make some plays. So, if you look at the Super Bowl, what won the game? It was the Seattle Seahawks, because their defense, their front four was flying around, their secondary was flying around. So when you have a good defense, it makes your quarterback better, because if the quarterback makes a mistake, then the defense is going to get the ball back. That's why it's so important to have a great defense.
Chris Sanders is with us this afternoon, live at 5 Iron Golf. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy?
Brother? I'm good, man.
It's good to see you. All right, so 2 weeks today will be day 2 of the draft. Seeing that the Titans picked Jeremiah Love in the first round and get a running back, when you go 35 on day 2, do you get the best player available, or do you try to fill the need? Because I've heard 50-50 on this, and I don't know which way to go.
I would say 50-50 the same. You still want to get the best player there, but also you want to, get your needs, because we talk about it the same year. Okay, get the best player, but then you need an offensive line guy. You go get him, then now you're back in the same situation that you were before. So I think that you look at the defense, you look at the offense, and you say this, okay, you know what? We're great at the defensive line. We're great at the offensive line. We're great in the secondary. So now let's go get the most dominant player at 35. And I think that even if the guy comes in and you have good depth at that position, you still have a guy to where he can come in and make some plays. So you have to go with the dominant guy.
Well, last year the Titans in the second round took Femi Oladejo as a project, and he's a disaster. He's not very good. Can we stop taking –
That's the difference, though. He was a project.
Right.
That's the difference.
Can we stop doing that?
We got to stop doing it. Or, his back is broken and we'll just give him a chance. We don't need that anymore. So you got to get a guy to where, even though you have some depth at that position, he's still got to come in and play. I didn't mean to cut you off, but he still had to, come in and play. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. All right. You want the first round guy to start.
Yes.
The second round guy needs to start too? I say he does.
Absolutely, because you're not going to pay him that much money, especially at 35, to where he's going to come in and sit the bench. He's got to, if whoever you get, he's got to come in and he's got to play a role. He might not be the starter, but he still have to have a role to where he's productive and he makes your defense, offense better. So if you get a guy at 35 and he comes in, I don't want him sitting down. I don't want him to be a project. I don't want to say, okay, after 2 years he can play. No. with the situation that they happened last year to where they played so bad on defense, they played so bad on offense, he has to come in here and play right away. Impact player, then find a position to where he has a role.
All right, 13 days away. We're going to do all the hypotheticals nonstop going out there. Would you be – I want to ask you as a fan and as a player, if the Titans traded – if they dropped back to 9 or 10 and took an offensive lineman, would you – I think the fan base would erupt. I would erupt. They can't do that.
Yeah, I would erupt, and then I'll first call you and say bad words to you. I don't say bad words, but I'll come and yell at you because, yes, you need an offensive lineman, and you trade down at number 9. But look at some of the players you may miss. You may miss like a David Bailey. What if he's there? What talk about Sonny Styles, Jeremiah Love. You have Carnell Tate at wide receiver, and you have Arvell Reese, and you drop down to 9. Those guys that I named, they might not be there. So you go and get an offensive guard or offensive tackle. Yes, he's a good player on the offensive line, but you just miss some guys that are game wreckers, game changers, guys that are physical, guys that can run, guys that are smart that can be an impact, right away, not just help the defense, but also that can help your quarterback.
Chris Sanders is with us forever, Titans wide receiver. Who are some receivers in this draft that you like?
I like Concepcion from Texas A&M. I really like him.
Yeah.
I know everybody's high on Lemon, which is okay, but we got to get some receivers that are really, 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 really explosive. I mean, I like I think it's Zach. I can't remember Zachary from Georgia, a guy that's really, really big and is really, really physical. A guy can do some things, but there's some guys out there that can make some plays. There's some guys out there you can take in the second, third round that can be used as a number 1 guy. So there's some guys out there you just got to make some plays.
Carnell Tate from the Ohio State, obviously,
he's
is one.
good. Yep.
Jordan
Concepcion.
Tyson, Arizona State.
Yep.
Yeah, I like Concepcion.
All those guys. I do. I mean, he's got something about himself. He's got that it factor. I watched him a couple of games, and I love the way he runs routes. I love some of the things that he does. So it's going to be interesting.
Chris, would you advise, if you are a guy going to be drafted in the first round for the next 2 weeks, just to stay off social media?
Yeah, absolutely. Because the thing about it is it will drive you crazy because you got all these mock drafts. You got them on ESPN. You got them on TikTok. You got them on all these things. And now you're looking at different opinions of people that really don't know what they're talking about. So you got one person saying you're going to go here or he dropped and he's no good. He's not a first rounder. But then you go look on Facebook or whatever, Instagram, and you're like, okay, he's a first rounder, so, or he might get taken in that position. So now you're getting conflicting stories, and now you're confused because you just got to step away and say, because you know what? I've done everything I need to do. I went to the combine. I did my individual workouts. I did my interviews. I did everything I need to do to put myself in position to get drafted. Now I get off social media. Now I just waiting to where the chips fall, and that's how I would tell these young guys to handle it.
Were you worried 2-3 weeks out of maybe all right, pulling the hamstring or something would get out there physical that would be the teams would be like, you know what, we got to stay away from this guy. That's my thing of not only staying out of social media for what you're talking about, but personally, just don't post anything and hey, I'm good right now. I'll talk to you guys after the draft because all the money, and you've talked about this, all the money they're going to invest in you, they want to make sure their return is prime.
Yeah, I mean, you want to be smart. You don't want to go out there playing beach ball football. You know what I'm saying? Now, you don't want to go out there and do things like that, and all of a sudden it shows a picture of you tearing your knee up. Now, all of a sudden, you may go from a first round to not even being drafted because you did something silly to go out there and mess up your career. Just be smart. Just say, okay, you know what? If I go out to the beach, if I go to different places, if I go to, and do different things, I'm going to make sure I still put my position to make sure I make the right choice, but also put myself in position to get drafted where I want to be. So you just got to be smart. Don't do nothing crazy. Don't be Uncle Rico in the backyard and think you can still beat guys. Just go and let the chips fall where they fall.
He is Chris Sanders, forever Titans wide receiver, joining us here on the program. Chris, thank you as always, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Man, I appreciate y'all. Love you guys.
Yeah, you too. Chris Sanders joins us every Friday at 1 o'clock, and we always enjoy that. We'll have more draft discussion and get back into our question of the day. We're live at 5 Iron Golf today down here on 21st Avenue here on Chase and Big Joe 102.5 The Game.
All right, hey, it's Big Joe here again. Listen, the weekend is here. It's a beautiful day outside. I get it. Some days you're still going to struggle no matter what the weather is. That's why we are so honored to be partnering with Unity Psychiatric Care. The website, unitycares.com, unitycares.com. If you're struggling, you need to talk to somebody, please go to the website. You got questions. Again, the question I get asked most, I don't even know where to begin to go to therapy. We got you covered. unitycares.com. Go to that website. Everything you need to know about therapy is right there for you. Where to start, how to pay for it, everything else is right there. It's private, it's secure, it's confidential, and they offer telehealth. And they're based right here in Middle Tennessee, not some far part of the country. These are your friends and neighbors right here whose only goal is to help you in living the life you absolutely deserve. It says, you're not alone. We're here. And they absolutely mean that. So if you are struggling, want to talk to somebody, please do that. unitycares.com is everything that you need. And we talk about maybe you're a loved one and you understand that one of your loved ones is going through something. Again, sit down together. Go to unitycares.com and approach us together and see how wonderful your life can be. Look, you absolutely deserve the best in life, and that's what unitycares.com is for. Please, please go to therapy. Please talk to someone. It'll change your life. You'll find gratitude. You'll grow closer to God. Everything. Our world is a better place because you are here. I tell you that every single day. You're so powerful and so wonderful, and we want you here. Again, the website, unitycares.com. It's unitycares.com.
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Friday, live at 5 Iron Golf. Having a good time here in the Vanderbilt area. Appreciate Chris Sanders for joining us. Is there a receiver that is in this draft that you'd be okay with them taking at some point?
I haven't looked after the first round. I think you got Robinson, you got Iomanner at DK, Bryce Oliver. I mean, how many more do you need?
I think taking a look at, I like Concepcion. I like Chris Brazel, played at Tennessee. I really like Chris Bell from Louisville. He could be a good second-round guy.
I just would not. You've got a lot of receivers already on the team. I just find something else that you need. That
You have a lot of receivers on the team, and I'm not saying you're going to get an elite guy in the second round. They did before, but I still think you need depth. I still think you need help at that position.
I don't know. I didn't look at a lot of receivers, so I don't know.
If you're going best player available and a receiver is there at 35 that you've deemed best player available, I think you take it.
Is he getting on the field?
Yeah, I think so.
He's going to be at Iomanner and DK and Robinson. I mean, they're your guys right there. And then you got Ridley coming back. I mean, we do this every year. We talk about 8 receivers and only 3 play. This is such a boring-ass topic every year that we get into this. Oh, they got 8, 9 receivers. You don't hear from them. After the season starts, you don't hear from them. It's only 3 that you hear, maybe 1 more.
Okay.
But 3 guys.
Okay.
So don't do it.
But you say Ridley's coming back. He has no guarantee that he's a starter now.
Okay. But he's got the most experience of anybody on that receiving core.
Okay with that. I mean, he hasn't done it well in the last couple of years.
I think they should have cut him. The guy is scared to catch a ball. Get rid of him. I don't know why they brought him back. I really don't.
I would rather – I don't want to see him take reps from – obviously Robinson or Iomanner or DK or whoever else.
I'm with you. I'm totally with you. And then so then you're breaking it down again. I mean, you're getting 32%. Now you're getting 9% of the reps. It's just, it's too much.
One of the mocks I just looked at has them taking Jeremy Bedard from Alabama.
What does he play?
Receiver.
Okay.
At 35.
All right.
Yeah. Second pick. I don't mind him.
This team needs linebackers. This team needs backup defensive backs.
Yeah.
They don't need more receivers. They need offensive line depth. More receivers.
Okay. I am making a conversation.
Watch them take a receiver at 4. And you hear this explosion at Donaldson. Like, oh my God, that's Joe.
Adam in Portland wants to weigh in on the Titans draft pick. Adam, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I feel like I hear you guys talk about Sonny Styles. I don't really love that because of somebody like Rashaan Evans. I think he's ruined me of picking linebackers too high. And I like Rashaan Evans, but not in the first round. So I would say you got to get somebody that can help Jeffrey. It's Jeffrey Simmons and a bunch of nobody. So get somebody who can put their hand in the ground and help pass rush. That's what we need to do. At 35, that seems like the optimal point for a guard. Like, get the best guard you can possibly get at 35. But I'm with Joe. Like, we've got receivers, and dude's proven that he can draft good receivers late. So if he's already done that, then if you want a receiver in the 4th round again, go get another receiver. But I'm with you guys. We have way too many needs to be blowing it in the first 2 rounds.
Okay, thanks for the call, Adam.
Perfect call. Thanks,
but here's my thing on a guard. Unless I am truly blown away, I'm not taking a guard at 35. I can get a guard in the 4th or 5th. I mean, that's just – I learned that from Floyd. But you look at drafts across the league, you can find good interior offensive linemen in, day 2, day 3.
The Titans haven't been able to do that. It's like that's been a problem for them.
Well, but they had the savior in Bill Callahan, apparently.
Here's another mock. Here we go. They took Ruben Bain first. I don't know who this guy is. And then C.J. Allen, linebacker out of Georgia, in the 2nd round. I wouldn't mind that.
I like him.
I wouldn't mind it. They got a good linebacker there. You need a headhunter. This team has not had a really good middle linebacker for a long time. That'd be great.
Has he had any motor vehicle violations?
I'm sure he has. Look into that, man, to see where he is. But, no, I wouldn't mind that at all. I mean, get somebody that's going to just be consumed with tackling and knocking your head off.
What position, and I'm talking first 3 rounds, which I consider the money rounds. If the Titans take this position, you're going to lose your mind over in a bad way.
In the first 3 rounds,
Yeah.
a wide receiver.
Okay.
Serious. They've got enough. They've got enough receivers. Don't waste a pick. They wasted a second round last year on Oladejo, who was terrible. Right? Second round pick, you've got to play at least 80% of the snaps and make a positive impact.
Yeah.
You did not.
I agree. Like, again, that's why I say your first 3 picks should be playing for you.
Yeah, and look, you still need a center. I mean, I know Schlotman, or whatever his name is the guy there, but is he? I mean, do you need to draft one that's going to be coming in? I mean, we got a depth. And the best part about training camp is fighting this out. Brian Callahan didn't understand that. Robert Saleh, I'm sure, understands competition in camp. I mean, bring it and see who's going to get better to be the best right there. I think you just got to build pieces and depth with that offensive line. I think in the 3rd round, take an offensive lineman, but an interior guy as well. I mean, still got Jackson Slater from last year. We don't know what he's done, what he's capable of. He was a mauler at Sacramento State, but so was Dylan Raditz at North Dakota State. He's still in the league. I get it, but he did not live up to the 2nd round draft pick where John Robinson picked him. So you just got to see, man. And again, it's got to be the perfect fit coming in here. And can you get in play and all those things? I just couldn't do this as a GM. I just couldn't. Your whole life is on these guys coming in and contributing, man. And when you had Isaiah Wilson and Caleb Farley and Traylon Burks, I mean, that ruined it for John Robinson.
Walter Football, which is a pretty good source, in the 4th round has the Titans taking Ethan Anawana, an offensive tackle from Ohio State, at pick 101.
Okay. Ethan, I don't want Anawana.
I don't want to.
I don't want to. Sure, right? I mean, I didn't know who Jackson Slater was last year they took him. So
He didn't know you either.
He did not know me.
And he still doesn't.
But I know his uncle Christian Slater. Did you know that?
Yeah, I'm sure. Keegan says, been listening for maybe 5 minutes. I think Big Joe and I have the same exact thoughts. So thankful he's on the air preaching the real truth.
Oh, thank you so much. I did not send that in, by the way. So thank you for all that.
Yeah, you're not Keegan.
I'm not Keegan. But no, thank you, Keegan. Again, just don't waste a pick on a receiver. Just unless at 35 you got the number 1 receiver fell to the 2nd round. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, again, if you're going to believe the whole best player available, then
Right.
is receiver in your group. Like the only caveat to that is a quarterback, because you got your quarterback.
You do.
So
You don't need anything else. And again,
and if you have draft boards that say a kicker is the best player available, I don't think we're
God.
going to do that.
If they draft a punter, they're drunk. They draft a punt. If you waste a draft choice on a punter, good Lord. You should have your paycheck taken away for at least a week.
They drunk draft a kicker.
We've done fantasy football drafts that way.
Yeah.
We've done that. But look, again, I think at 2 and 3, something's going to happen with the Jets and the Cardinals. It's too easy to say Jeremiah Love's going to fall into your lap at 4. I just think somebody's going to make an offer to the Jets, Cowboys, and they've already got, 4 picks in the top 50 or 60, something crazy like that. The Jets could go ahead and just completely rebuild their team and give up that number 2 pick. And God knows what the Cardinals are going to do. I think we should be able to draft for the Cardinals. We could probably do a better job.
The Monty Austin for it, the former AGM of the Titans.
Yeah, he should call us and say, boys, what do you want to do? I'm like, all right, let us have this.
615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. More coming from 5 Iron Golf, Chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Friday. 3337 says, we did get A.J. Brown in the second round. Oh, yeah. We remember.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you strike gold. That's great. You also got Ben Troop in the second round.
Mike in Clarksville says, and you have been a proponent of this, what if the Titans could do what the Texans did when they got Anderson to get Bailey and Love? Interesting, right?
I would trade up to 2 with the Jets, give up all my 27 for right now. Shut up, Nick. Give my 27. And I'm worried about the now. You guys are like, 127. That's going to be a good draft class.
It is a good draft class.
How do you know?
But, well,
Yeah, we don't know.
Based on the
If
projections.
2 weeks from the day we go in the air and I'm like, man, Borgonzi did a heck of a job. He got Love and traded up and got Ruben Bain. Would this fan base not ignite itself? I mean, it'd be so fantastic. It could happen. You could work this out somehow, right? These third and fourth, fifth rounders are not guaranteed to do anything.
Well, okay, let me throw this at you. What if
I've seen you throw, so
I know. What if they stay at 4, they take Love?
okay.
And then they're watching the draft board and Bain falls to 8 or 9. And I think 8 is Washington, 9 is Kansas City. Would you try and move up there? Because you're not giving up as much as you would have to move up to 2.
God, they're making my head hurt. I don't know.
Like if they really, really like Bain, but they liked Love more to take him at 4, but they see he's dropped down some, he's going towards the end of the top 10. You obviously you're giving up 35. Like 35 is going away if you're trying to move up. But do whatever trade package you need to do to move up to 8 or 9.
I'd get rid of the second and third this year and my first next year to move up.
You're a terrible GM.
And give me Ruben Bain. Let's worry about 27. Let's worry about 27. Let's go 3 and 14 this year.
Joe, I think you can do it without giving up your first next year.
Who's going to do that? I'm not giving
a lot
you
of
that deal.
teams.
You're going to give me your first round.
If I'm
26.
if I'm giving you 35, which is basically a first rounder,
it's not. But keep going.
But if I'm giving you 35 in my third round pick,
okay,
and then I'm going to take a third from next year or something, you're going to find a team that'll dance with you.
And I'm taking your number 9 first round.
You're going to give more. You're giving more than that. But those are the key pieces. I have seen teams do this without having to sacrifice multiple first round picks.
Now, giving up a first rounder?
I have seen teams do it by sacrificing multiple first round picks. It just depends on what they want. Borgonzi knows the Chiefs. So if he's calling Chris Veach or whatever his name is, the GM of the Chiefs, they might be able to work something out. You don't know. I don't know.
What benefits the Chiefs?
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you on if the right move can be made to get the offensive playmaker and the defensive playmaker. I would do it, but I think you've got to be smart and think about not only the now, but you do have to think about the future.
In the future, what? I mean, these guys could
You're
all
building
2 and 15 get fired this year. Then you're like, we got all these picks in 27. Worry about the now. The now. Worry about now what you got to do. Don't worry about 27 and 28.
I know this,
but no team's not going to give up a first rounder if you're not getting a first rounder back. I'm not taking your third rounder. You know how many Derek Masons there are in the world? About 5.
I know 2
that could survive the third and fourth round. Right? Those guys aren't guaranteed. They're few and far between. If I'm getting a first rounder, I'm getting a first rounder back, not your number 35 pick, which is a second rounder.
Keegan says he thinks I need to be hospitalized.
Thank you.
I'm not guaranteeing. I'm just saying you could. I'm saying there are avenues where you want to give up as little as possible to get back as much as possible. They know that, and you know that. That's all I'm saying.
It's like going to buy a new car, right? You're going to negotiate with the guy so you don't get screwed over. That's the whole point about this. It's the same thing, man. Business is business. What can you do for me? What can you do for me? If you're the Titans coming to me, what do you got for me? Well, you got a third and fourth rounder in the 35. Pass.
Okay, let's just play let's let's play the crazy what if game here. I wouldn't do this, but I'm going to
Okay.
just ask you. What if the Jets called you and said, "Hey, we'll give you 2 for Jeffrey Simmons"? Straight up, nothing else. Straight up.
See you, Jeffrey. It's been nice. You've been great in the community. You've really grown up, man. Bye. He's going into his 8th year.
Yeah, but
You're
then you
giving me
know
number 2.
But then you know what you're going to do with some of this draft. You're going to try and find the next Jeffrey Simmons.
All right. So you think he's going to be here 3 years from now?
Yes,
I don't know.
I do.
man. But you're giving me number 2 and for Jeffrey Simmons?
I'd have to think. I'd really have to think about it because you're getting your pass rusher and Love.
Could you? So now you got 2 and 4. Now I
Yep.
call the Cardinals, and I said, "Hey, what if I give you 27, my first, second, and third rounder, and I give you my second, third rounder this year? Then you got second, third, and fourth in the draft. You get Bain, Bailey, and Jeremiah. I mean, that would be the
All right,
greatest draft night ever.
Hang on. What am I giving up?
So we have the number 2.
Yep.
And you got 4. Call the Cardinals.
Okay.
And say, I want your number 3. So I'm going to give you 27, my first and second rounder. 26, I'm going to give you my third and fifth rounder.
So I would have 2, 3, and 4, and 35.
No, 35's gone to the Cardinals. And we can have a ball with this. So the Cardinals are getting 35, and they're getting your next year's 1 and 2.
To move up to 3.
And you got second, 3, and 4. No team's ever done that. No team's ever done that.
I'm going to give them.
Oh, here we go.
Keep 35. Give them 1 and 2 next year and 66 this year.
No, man, you're switching up. We're giving up the third pick. We want your 35.
Okay. Then,
It's a hard bargain.
then I'm keeping my third this year.
So you're not going to trade with me.
I'm not. I mean, I see what you're saying though. I don't know.
No team's ever done that. Now you got to think about it, Jeffrey Simmons. I get that, but you got Love, you got Bain, and then who knows what you can get? Can they get an offensive tackle there? I mean, why not? I mean, you got 2 main things, or go after Bailey, upset the whole draft board. Get Bailey,
You know what? Let's hang on.
And do that, man. Just have something crazy. I bet you if Borgonzi, he's a big fan of the show, I'm told, is like these guys are
All right, here we
drinking
go.
on the job.
We are going to look at the draft value chart.
Okay.
We're going to. All right, hang on. So, according to the Jimmy Johnson draft value chart, Tennessee's 4th overall pick is worth 1,800 points.
Okay.
Arizona, the 3rd pick is 2,200 is
All
what
right.
it's worth. So basically, you have to give up enough to meet that value, according to the Jimmy Johnson draft chart.
Okay.
All right. So let's say to move to let's just talk about your move to 3. To move to 3, you're saying give up 35, which is worth 550.
Okay.
And you're throwing in the 3rd?
Yes.
All right, that's 260. So you're at
810.
You need 2,200. Now, how can I look at next year? I don't know how to look at next year. But that's the problem. You don't know the value because you don't know where you would be picking
Okay.
next year. But according to looking at it that way in the Jimmy Johnson draft model, like that's pretty crazy.
Well, it's not going to happen, and I get all that, but I mean, it is it's something, right? I mean, there's all these possibilities that are happening out there that you could do, and so who knows?
615-737-1025. Mike in Clarksville says Reese, Bailey, and Love.
God, could you imagine?
No,
I mean, could you imagine out of the gate? Bingo.
no, I couldn't imagine. So, we'll come back and wrap up hour number 2 next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe 102.5 the game here on this Friday at 5 Iron Golf down in the Vanderbilt area, 21st Ave. Lots of people have been coming by. I think we got some birthday parties, bachelor parties, all those things here. So excited to be here.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. What do you think is the dumbest draft day trade of all time?
AJ Brown to the
All
Eagles.
time?
It's the one that comes to mind first. There might be one in 1997.
Ditka's giving up the whole draft for Ricky Williams?
I mean, I get it at the time. I mean,
Yeah.
the Saints were terrible, and it was a marketing thing. I understand that. Ditka was losing his mind.
Okay, so I'll ask it this way because this hits close to home. What could the Titans do to beat the A.J. Brown trade?
Trade
Let's get everybody real nervous.
Simmons for a third day pick, but they're not. I mean, Borgonzi's not dumb.
No,
it's not. I don't know. I mean, the AJ thing draft night 4 years ago was. I remember it came across my time. I was
it's
like,
a panic
what?
trade.
And then they got Burks, and we'll be fine. I'm like, no. And then Vrabel had said the day before a few days before, we're not going to, I see no scenario we'll trade him. And
Was that to Rossini?
could be. And then his body language when it happened in the draft room was unbelievable, was absolutely unbelievable. He just kind of stormed off.
Yeah, well, he was pissed.
Yep. And he knew right then that was a bad day.
Interesting.
Yep.
615-737-1025 is our phone and text line. I know Titans fans don't want to hear that. Of like, no, don't try and top that trade.
No, not at all. And then AJ, great. He won a Super Bowl. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. But, I mean, is his time in Philadelphia over?
Or I think so. It probably should be.
Let me see what Rossini's tweeted out today.
See it, Parker. Would Titans fans be mad if they traded back?
I would. I'm telling you, man, if you don't get Love, people can be upset. I think
agree.
that's and now if you don't get Love or Bain, and my gosh, if they draft an offensive lineman, we'll never hear the end of this at all.
Yeah. Sorry, got distracted there.
Sorry.
2440 says it was a catastrophe. The only worst trade in the NFL is the Deshaun Watson situation.
That's pretty bad. But for us,
The trade was, I think the trade was fine. The contract was terrible
for AJ.
for Deshaun Watson.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm thinking of AJ. No, I don't. Again, I just don't know. But again, I think we sit here at 4 like,
I
Love.
can't remember.
And it's not going to drop. There's going to be something happen with 2 and 3. The Jets right now hold all, no pun intended, hold all the cards.
What do you think?
The cards at 3 hold nothing.
What do you think the Eagles could get for AJ at this point?
The fact they want to get rid of him, 5th rounder. If I know you're getting rid of
not
something,
getting a first.
if I know that you're getting rid of something, I'm not giving you hardly anything because the value is there if you're going to get rid of him. So I'm not going to give you anything. So if I know you're getting rid of A.J. Brown, eventually I'll wait after June 1st and they cut him or do whatever. But I see no scenario him going back to Philadelphia.
I don't either. I mean, I think that ship has sailed.
It has, like the Mayflower, buddy. Right across the ocean.
But I mean, I think there are going to be teams, Vrabel, that are definitely would do everything they could to get him.
Yeah, why not? I mean, he knows AJ pretty well. I mean, drafted him. They were together for 3 seasons. And, why did Byard go to New England? He could have made the same amount of money anyplace else.
Yep.
These players,
Daddy.
these players love Vrabel. They love how he coaches them, how he treats them. So they all go up there. I mean, you saw by the mass exodus of Titans players and coaches who work for him. So why not go someplace where a guy's going to coach you hard and know he cares about you? I mean, we're not doing rocket science here. I mean, it's not that difficult, but everybody makes it difficult.
Stephen from Hendersonville. Well, Jeff from our sales staff, when talking about bad trades, the Herschel Walker trade.
Was that a draft day trade? I don't think it was a draft
It was
day.
around that. I mean, it wasn't a draft day trade, but it was around it.
Yeah, but
I say day and around.
yeah, well, that
I mean-
wouldn't. No, I mean, I get it.
It was
I like
good
it
for
better.
the Cowboys.
I like it better on draft day. That sounds better. But that documentary when Jimmy Johnson
All
called
right,
and said,
Sonny
"Hey,"
Weaver.
and said all the we're going to cut all 5 of the Vikings players we got. And the Vikings like, "No, you're not." And Johnson, "Yeah, we are," because that triggered the other part of the trade clause in there and just took off. I just love the stones on Johnson when he said, "Yeah, we're going to cut those guys."
Yep.
What? No, we're going to cut it.
A trade like that will never be executed again.
It came. What was the other one that came close a few years ago that was pretty bad? Besides AJ Brown going to the Eagles, God, somebody gave up like 3 or 4 players. Was it football? I can't remember what it was.
So Stephen from Hendersonville says, looking at the Jimmy Johnson chart, to get Cardinals' 3rd overall pick, the Titans would need to give up their 2026 second and third and 2027 first and second.
All day long, baby. That's perfect right there.
That gets you
Thank
to
you.
3.
Absolutely.
Matt says the players aren't the only people who love Vrabel. I don't know where that's going.
Oh, what does that mean? Huh?
Certain reporters, maybe?
I don't know what that means at all.
I don't know. Where are their friends at?
That's just a really, really close photo.
Yeah.
Zoom out. There's nobody around for 75 miles.
Did you see what Barstool did? They put LaJuan and Compton and like all them in the pool.
Oh,
It was
no.
pretty funny.
Oh, I haven't. And now it's like there's a rumor out there that it was a private investigator took the pictures and then shopped the pictures around. I mean,
Yeah.
all these rumors are happening now of
Well,
like
of course
what's
they
going
are.
on. So nobody really knows.
Well, 3 people know the truth: Vrabel, Rossini, and the photographer,
And the good Lord.
and him too.
And the good Lord.
615-737-1025. We'll come back with more in hour number 3, including Sean Henry at the bottom of the hour. Chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Friday. We're live at 5 Iron Golf today, which is down in the Vanderbilt area, 202 21st Avenue here in Midtown, the spot where golf meets good times, right in the heart of the city. There's no tee times, no dress code, just world-class simulators, darts, foods, drinks, and the best sports atmosphere in town. They got the Masters on, watching that. So definitely come on by, come hang out. And speaking of golf, you can tee up with the 5th annual 615 Open, May 28th at Hermitage Golf Course, supporting Folds of Honor. Just register to play or sponsor at 615open.com. What we're doing from now until 3 o'clock, if you come into 5 Iron Golf, or you can hear me in 5 Iron Golf, come see our buddy Chad, who is on site with us, and you can get a raffle ticket. And we will draw a winner of 2 free hours of golf in a TrackMan golf simulator.
Nice.
Here at 5 Iron Golf.
Oh, that's well done. This place is pretty fantastic.
It's been fun. You've even been swinging the clubs a little bit.
I have, right? And that's a little drive over there earlier, so it's a good time, man. The place is packed today too. It's people love to golf.
They do. You love to swing dance, swing a club.
I do. I love swing dancing. It's the best.
It's the best.
Do it, man. Every Tuesday night at the Wrangler.
Yeah, there you go. Back in the day. Predators will be back in action tomorrow night. Finally back home at Bridgestone Arena. A 4 o'clock puck drop. We'll talk to Sean. Excuse me, Sean.
Oh my gosh, Sean got you a little upset there. Woo. The power
It's the
Sean
quesadilla.
Henry has.
Sean Henry at the bottom of the hour.
Wait,
But
what's this? Quesadilla was good. What's wrong?
it was just really spicy. It was very good. It was just really spicy.
I don't do spicy.
I don't
food,
either.
brother.
I don't either. The Kings currently in that second wild card spot after winning last night. They won 3 in a row. They have 85 points. The Predators fell 4-1 in Utah. They have 84 points. So you just got to win. I mean, you can control your own destiny, which I hate that phrase too, by winning.
No, you're exactly right. So it starts tomorrow versus Minnesota. It's going to be a tough game for them, but you have the crowd behind your home to come out, man, and just get it done. And look, if you finish out, win your next 3, and you don't make the playoffs, right? But you look back at the last 2 months when everybody counted you out. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a little pride there. And I know you should be upset you make the playoffs. But again, the pride that you've played with your backs against the wall has been fantastic. So, again, if you don't win, then you can't complain about finishing strong. Who knows what the Kings are going to do? It could implode as well over the next week.
They start an hour before the Preds do tomorrow. They host the Oilers. So they start at 3 o'clock. Predators are a 4 o'clock puck drop. So you'll kind of know what's going on. If the Kings lose and you win, you're back in the wild card spot. So
rolling right along there. So again, just worry about yourself. We had Brady Shea on Wednesday, and I didn't want to ask him, like, are you scoreboard watching or standings? It was the same thing, like, hey, we are worried about us. I'm like, that is the perfect answer for that question. Just take care of one thing at a time and get it done. That's all you can do.
I love our text line. And I love how people don't listen and hear what they want to hear.
Yeah.
It's always a good
I
thing.
need to go check this out.
That's not what I said.
Robert, you are correct on that.
No, I'm not. No, he's not.
You're a great golfer, man.
I am a great golfer.
He's
He's good.
Robert's right on that. Chase, a great golfer.
Thank you very much.
You did manage to hit one over the screen, which is
I did.
almost
Mine were hitting off the end of the club, and like if there hadn't been a wall there, they'd be in the middle of 21st Avenue.
it's almost impossible logistically to hit a ball on top of the screen at that close of a distance, and you managed to do that. That's well done for you.
Oh, I'm good at doing things you're not supposed to do at places like this.
Yeah, do all that. Tell me more about Jimmy
Without
Johnson's
trying.
draft points.
What about it?
I never heard of that till today. Is that like the Jimmy Johnson?
Yeah, you've never heard of the Jimmy Johnson draft chart?
Not one time.
Really?
Yeah.
I figured as obsessed as you are with Jimmy Johnson.
I
you would
love
know that.
Jimmy Johnson. I've never heard that. And I'm pretty sure Jimmy Johnson's never heard of it either.
No,
But that's
he has.
it's some assistant. Yeah, I'll take back on that.
Hang on. Now we got to pull this up. The Jimmy Johnson draft chart. Look, it's right here.
Oh,
you're good.
okay. You can leave that champagne if you want. Oh, okay.
He
Is that
puts-
Photoshop? That's not him.
That is him.
I mean, it's him, but is it Photoshop?
But it was basically his idea to put value to picks.
Okay.
So like that's
So it's unchanged every year.
yeah. I think there's been different. So this is what it says: the draft value chart is supposed to represent trade value for draft picks. Wow. As devised by Mike McCoy and utilized by Jimmy Johnson in the early 90s during his tenure as the head coach of the Cowboys.
So Jimmy had very little to do
So it
with
was
this.
Mike McCoy.
Whose name you're going to put on there, right?
Yeah.
Mike McCoy or Jimmy Johnson? I'm putting Jimmy Johnson's name on there.
It is supposed to give a numerical representation of each pick to balance out trades. By this chart, pick 16 in the first round is 1,000 points is considered equivalent to pick 31 in the first round, plus pick 18 in the second round. These teams listed are for the 2026 draft. Compensatory picks are not included.
Oh, I mean, this again is you're going, what are we doing here? Just draft the guy that you like, the guy that you feel is going to fit a need for your team. I mean, this will drive you insane. Look at all these numbers.
Yep.
And that's just the number chart. Then you got to go through 250 players that you got.
Yeah. I agree.
He psyched you on your napkin.
He did.
Walked over and took off.
So you know what the final pick in the draft is worth?
Oh, let's see. Final pick in the draft. 30 points?
2 points.
2 points.
Yep.
Well, was Brock Purdy Mr. Irrelevant?
He was.
Then Ryan Suckup.
Yep.
Titans had one year had an irrelevant guy.
They've had a few of those.
2 points. Again, 7th rounder. Take a flyer on a guy.
Yeah.
Like Hasselbeck said the other day, draft picks are so valuable that if you do get drafted in the 7th round, you still they are not. It's not wasting your draft. They are taking one of their hot commodities to take you, man, to bring you on the team. So it's an honor to be drafted.
It is. You've never heard of the draft chart?
I've never heard of the draft chart. I've heard of the draft room in Key West where Jimmy Buffett started.
Yeah.
It was at the Pier House. Pier House. Yeah.
Yep.
But I've never heard of the draft chart. Again, I just put the tape on. Put the tape on. Why did we get away from this stuff? A good buddy of ours that's a scout for a certain NFL team, you know what I'm talking about,
Yep.
said the same thing. So if you got any questions, put the tape on.
Right. And you'll know pretty quick.
Now, you can blow it during your interview process by not knowing what to do and being a complete jackass. That happens. I'm not wasting my money on this guy. But at the same time, put the tape on. That's all the argument. Ruben Bain, I've said it ad nauseum on this show. Play the last 4 cultural playoff games with Ruben Bain. That A&M game, he was destructive. Ohio State, with all the great players, Ruben Bain was all over the field that day.
But to your
And that's your guy.
To your point, we've also seen examples of you put the tape on and a guy blows you away on the tape, but then they're too much of a knucklehead to do anything.
That's why the whole thing is it's a wing and a prayer, man.
Yeah.
It's a wing and a prayer to bring the right guy in here to get it done.
I would,
because you just don't know. I mean, there have been so many examples of guys taking the first round. I mean, Ryan Leaf in college was amazing. At Washington State, he was a man. There were still questions about whether he should go over Peyton Manning in 1998.
Yeah,
obviously the Colts weren't stupid, but then Leaf admits he was a jackass. I mean, his story is
Jamarcus
great.
Russell is one that but the tape showed you he was a tremendous athlete.
Did you see the picture Kiffin put out Tuesday? It was Jamarcus Russell and him at LSU.
No.
It said from Oakland, now in Baton Rouge. I was like, you couldn't stand him out in Oakland. Couldn't stand him.
Now they're buddies?
Yeah, they're all posing at LSU for pictures together.
Does Jamarcus still weigh 300 pounds?
He does, probably 350. He's a big man. I saw him beat Tennessee in 06 in Neyland. And went to interview some LSU because Jimbo Fisher was a coordinator on that team. Went to the locker room to interview Russell afterwards, and he's just a massive human being. Hell of an arm, too, man. It's a shame it didn't work out for the Raiders.
Yep. I mean, he could have been awesome. Isn't he basically the reason that they got that rookie wage scale?
Oh, I don't know.
Because he got paid a ton of guaranteed money, right?
I think it was the next year. I think Matt Ryan or
No, Bradford was
Seth
the last
Bradford.
one, but like I think this kind of started it.
yes, it was Ryan in 08, Bradford in 09, I think it was. Then after that, I think the 2010, it went on. They implemented the draft with the quarterbacks and the wages, and because remember 11, Cam Newton went first, and then was it Gabbert 8 to the Jags, and then Locker was 10 or 11 here to the Titans.
So that's what 2011.
Yes.
Yeah, hang on. How you doing? Mhm.
What are we doing, Dan?
Cam Newton was 1, Von Miller 2, Marcel Darius 3, AJ Green, Patrick Peterson, Julio Jones, Alden Smith, Locker at 8, Tyron Smith to Dallas at 9, Gabbert 10.
Okay. Any more QBs in that first round?
Yes.
Was it Red Rock on that pick?
He was
Andy Dalton?
he was the third pick of the second round.
Okay.
There were 2 quarterbacks taken back to back in the second round: Andy Dalton and
Robert Griffin.
Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, okay.
But the other quarterback drafted in the first round was the 12th overall pick to the Minnesota Vikings.
Is that EJ Manuel?
Out of Florida State. Different Florida State quarterback.
Ponder?
Christian Ponder.
Terrible.
Yep.
Just terrible. And then Manuel, that's right. Manuel went to the Buffalo Bills a few years later.
Yeah.
Like maybe next year. Because
I think
Winston came in after that.
it was the next year. So second round was Dalton at 35, Kaepernick at 36, and that was Ryan Mallett went.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, went in the third round to New England. I think that might have been.
We
might have been it.
We play the what if games all the time. Can we come back with the Jake Locker what if? We've never done this.
Sure.
The Jake Locker what
TJ
if.
Yates winning that draft.
We did a whole hour one day on Vince Young what ifs.
Yeah.
Which was fantastic. We did a whole hour one day if the Titans had won the Super Bowl. Let's do a Jake Locker little
All right,
what if.
Jake Locker works out?
Yep.
All right, we'll do that coming up next. Sean Henry at the bottom of the hour. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Little Gap Band bringing us back here at 5 Iron Golf today. You can come in and find our man Chad and get a raffle ticket for 2 free hours of golf in a Trackman Golf Simulator. It'll be pretty cool.
And Chase will be here eating his quesadillas. So come on by.
I will. I'm eating a pimento and cheese sandwich now.
They brought out an egg salad sandwich, right? And Parker Kelly thought it was his. So I ate half of it. He's like, "You ate my egg." I was like, "Parker, it's not like this is the only one left in the world." And he got mad. I mean,
well,
he was okay. He had another one, right? Look, you put food out.
You know what's
in
going to
front of
happen now.
us.
You're going to get a call from Plaster later.
Say, hold on. Said, you take Parker's egg salad sandwich. I almost said, I sure did, pal.
He'll say good.
He did, right? So good. So come on, sit at 5 Iron. It's this place. I'm blown away by how very cool this place is.
Yeah, it has been fantastic. All right, so you want to play the what if game. What if Jake Locker works out for the Titans?
So drafted, first round, 2011. Didn't play much until Bud made the phone call in 12. Was like, play him. Wisenhunt never wanted to play him. I mean, Munchak really didn't want to play him that much. You had Hasselbeck here and Charlie Whitehurst was here.
Well, because he wanted to do the same thing they did with McNair.
Yeah, right.
I remember him saying that I want to do what Floyd and Jeff did with Steve and let him sit and learn from a veteran like Hasselbeck.
I will never forget during the 2012 when Andrew Luck was with the Colts, they had a primetime game and he started. And I forgot I was talking to him. I was like, I wonder if Bud Adams is seeing this.
Yeah.
Because Locker's going to pay a lot of money to sit on the bench. And sure enough, a week later, Jake Locker's a starting quarterback. So Wisenhunt comes in 14 and for some reason did not like Jake Locker.
Never liked him.
So remember the Browns game and Locker scrambled and scored and got knocked out?
Yeah.
And Wisenhunt was mad because he allegedly audibled out of that play to something else and scored a touchdown. And Wisenhunt was enraged. He scored. And he took and I don't care if Wisenhunt's listening to this or not. You took Jake Locker's passion away for the game.
Yep.
Because you had a quarterback who quit after the 4th year and said, I'm good. I don't do any more with this. If Locker would have been good, right, there would have been no Mariota. You're not picking second in 2015. You're not going to do it, right?
Yep.
You're building. You would have probably Malarkey would have come in. And we know what happened up to 14. Malarkey would have come in. Malarkey seemed to have a good relationship with Locker for the time being.
Who knows? Munchak could have
stayed in. But Wisenhunt ruined Locker to the point he didn't love the game anymore. Then you're not taking Mariota. And by the time you hit your stride in 17, 18, well, you got a guy who's a 6-7 year vet in the National Football League as your quarterback. Now, this is the extreme. I don't know if Locker would have worked out or not. Some say he should have came out after the 2009 season. He'd have been drafted out. Who knows? But we do know is the fact that he lost his passion for the game and went on. And then 15, he drafted Mariota.
So I'm not going to disagree with you on the Wisenhunt part because I do think Wisenhunt basically made him retire.
Yep.
However, I'm going to put a little more blame on somebody else that I think deserves it, and that's Mike Munchak. Here's why. You knew even after going 9-7, Chris Palmer wasn't the answer at offensive coordinator. We all knew that.
Mm-hmm.
We knew it when he got hired. Like, what are you doing? You're hiring your buddy. And then Dal Loggins was okay, but that I don't think that was what you were looking for to develop a quarterback. I think if Munchak had hired a better coordinator to develop a quarterback, we may not even get to Wisenhunt. Like if you had say what you want about Ken Wisenhunt, the head coach, it's all true. Ken Wisenhunt, an offensive coordinator, was pretty damn good. If you have a Wisenhunt type coordinator that could develop a quarterback like he did with Roethlisberger, like he did with Phillip Rivers, then Locker could have turned out differently.
He was pretty good with Warner. I mean, I know he's head coach of the Cardinals.
I'm just saying young quarterbacks.
Yeah, Matt Leinart hated him. All that. No, you're right. So Munchak 11, 12, and 13. And what's John McClain said? When a guy gets a head coaching job for the first time, who does he hire?
Buddies.
We all hire buddies. Nick, you're getting hired, buddy. If I get a head coaching job, I'm hiring you. Coach running backs. Running backs, right? So that's what you do. And then so after the 13th season, they make changes, and Munchak didn't want to do that. You bring in Wisenhunt. He's here for a year and a half. Absolute disaster, and you move on. But
Did you think when Munchak got that job, because it was during the lockout, Fisher steps down or whatever, however that went, and Munch basically gets the job because he's been a good soldier.
it's exactly the word I was going to use.
He was a good soldier. He was loyal to Bud. He was loyal to the franchise. He gets that job. Now, again, I go back to blaming him. Who did he fire to hire Chris Palmer?
Heimerdinger.
Right. And granted, I know Heimerdinger was sick, but
Yeah.
still, I think you keep him in some capacity, we might be having a different conversation.
I totally agree.
But
That's the what if game,
that
right?
is the what if game.
All
But
day long.
I always felt like Munchak put that staff together real quick, got people he was comfortable with because of everything going on in the league. And I thought, okay, probably after a year, he'll make some big changes and bring in the right coaches. The problem is they went 9-7 in the first year.
Yeah, I mean they were competitive. I mean they weren't like going to set the world on fire. But I'm looking. When Munchak
They were second in the division.
Munchak got hired late in January, if I recall,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
So-
It was almost February.
So you've got to get. Let's see here. He was hired February 7th, 2000. Mike Munchak's hired
Okay, so that was like after the Super Bowl, right?
right around that time.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to find coaches to get in and come in. I get all that.
A lot of the hires that are so he went to people like Jerry Gray, who he knew, and Chris Palmer, who he knew,
Bruce Matthews,
who his best friend.
buddies.
He brought Frank Bush he played with, Dow Loggins, Dave McGinnis was already on the staff, Dave Ragone, Jim Skipper, I don't remember him, and defensive quality control coach Arthur Smith.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it just happens. But again, it's fun to do the what if game. You can go down that rabbit hole all day and figure out what's going to happen if Locke would have been here. But eventually it didn't work out. And now you draft Mariota second and 15 and move on. And, and Malarkey was part of that, turning this ship around and winning a playoff game for the first time in 14 seasons. And still, it's the most bizarre winning press conference after when Malarkey said that about, were you there
what?
in Kansas City in the playoff game?
And when Malarkey?
Yeah,
No.
in 17.
I went when they went for the AFC title game.
When Malarkey said, "I got no support around
Yeah.
here," I was like, "What? What?
Yeah, he knew. I mean, like,
What's
he knew it was
going
hard.
on here? You just won a road playoff game for the first 14 years, and you're telling me you got no support." And then it came out he had no support.
Are you ready to be blown away by something?
Sure.
So remember how we always joked of we talk about the Cardinals and go, who's their head coach? And we couldn't remember his name.
Uh-huh.
Jonathan Gannon,
Yeah.
who was just fired. Do you know what Jonathan Gannon was doing in 2012?
He was.
He was a defensive quality control coach for the Tennessee Titans.
Oh wow! I had no idea. He had to be 24 years old at the time.
Probably. But he was on Munchak's staff
My
with
goodness.
the Titans. He was there in 13 as well.
All right. So he would have been 27 years old
Yeah.
on the staff.
Isn't that crazy?
I
It
had
all
no
comes back
idea.
to Nashville. Coming up next, speaking of back to Nashville, the Predators are back for 3 more games at Bridgestone Arena. We'll talk to Sean Henry, the CEO, next. They had some big news this week. We'll talk to him coming up here on Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Friday at 5 Iron Golf down here by Vanderbilt. Predators will be back at it tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, I should say, at Bridgestone Arena with a 4 o'clock puck drop. We say hello now to the CEO of the Predators, Sean Henry, who is with us. Sean, good afternoon. How you doing?
Doing well, man. How are you guys?
We're fantastic. Congratulations on the new television deal, a multi-year partnership with Scripps Sports, Channel 5 here in the Nashville area. But the Spot will be the new home of the Predators TV broadcast starting next year on Channel 28. I know this has been a long time coming, but you guys have to be very excited about it.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You know, we're partnering with the number one station in town. We're going to be able to offer our games for free to the best fans in all sports, and do so in a convenient fashion, and probably take away the biggest frustration our fans have about our games. And, you know, the past 5-6 years, that's been growing and growing and growing. And, you know, now we get away from that.
You know, you talk about taking that frustration away from your fans. I know it's been difficult to show that patience on your own side because you obviously want to deliver the best for the fans. So did you allow yourself a little bit of a moment to celebrate that? Because this is really cool.
You know, it really is. And again, Brian Lawler and Lynn, his station manager, they're the very best to work with. And we started working with them about 3 years ago when it looked like, you know, when FanDuel first started having their challenges. And I really thought this was going to happen last year. And to be candid with you, I was hopeful it would have happened last year because when something causes our fans discomfort, we want to address it. And this was, and our hands were tied. You know, we couldn't, you know, get out from underneath where we were. You know, so it was so exciting. I mean, we knew this was going to happen eventually. To be able to announce it last week or earlier this week, yeah, there are probably 200 of us in this building that high-fived each other. We all toasted each other, maybe too aggressively later on that evening. But it was fun to be able to get it out. And this is one of those moves. When we announced it, 100% of the responses have been positive. I mean, 100%. That never happens. I mean, it just doesn't. And it's good. It's good for our partners. It's good for our fans. It's good for every employee. It's good for Nashville.
And, you know, I think the cool part, and you've probably thought about this too, like I think about our partnership here on the radio side, that it not only do you hear the games, but it allows us to do special programming, Smashville Live, things like that. How much of that do you expect for fans to see with this new partnership? Because I feel like you have more of a runway to do that.
Yeah, you know, with our old TV deal, we were somewhat limited on what we could do with certain things we captured in and around the team. Where this, we're going to have a weekly show on the spot where we're going to fill it. You know, back a few years ago, we did something called Beneath the Ice, really cool programming, followed some players around, you know, added their personality to what we're doing. But we had such limited distribution of what we could do with it. Now, all of a sudden, you can start doing those things again with mass distribution. You know, we're going to be on News Channel 5, feed into their sports, coming in and out of their sports for pregame. Look at the shows that you do, that you air. Now maybe you're doing multimedia, you know, airing of that, you know, on 102.5 and the Spot. Or you go back to our app that we're going to create with them, that you can go revisit the shows that you're doing perhaps, you know, in the app as well. So our direct-to-consumer product is going to be incredible. It's going to be maybe $1 a game, give or take. It's going to be 12-month-a-year programming. It'll be your living library. This has so many wonderful extensions that we're just scratching the surface on it right now.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, Sean. I have YouTube TV. I haven't seen a Preds game on my TV in a couple of years. So this announcement, I was like, yes, because I now get it 82 games. I put up an antenna, and it's there, right? It's like growing up. You grew up in New York, right? What is it, WOR that showed all the Mets games?
Well, I don't know what the Mets were on, but WPIX showed the Yankees games, and they were free. But
there we go.
When I was growing up, the Rangers were on free TV. The Islanders were on cable TV. I didn't have cable TV. So on Long Island, I became a Ranger fan. And I consumed it and ate it. You know, you fell in love with the product. Same thing now. Possibly you're going to be able to get our games. You know, we're going to hit 95% of the homes in our community. You're going to naturally just pick up the games and become a casual fan. Casual fans will become ardent fans become fanatical fans. So Yeah, this is really good. We're excited about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was growing up in the South. I mean, TBS is the reason I'm a Braves fan. It was on every day. I could find it every day. And the fact now you guys are offering this to all the Preds fans, future Preds fans, I mean, it's a win-win. The only problem is, how did you keep this a secret for so long?
You know, I'm pretty impressed by that, to be candid. I mean, we've worked with we looked at every opportunity you could have. And what we kept coming back to is that Scripps and News Channel 5 were the best partner for us for so many reasons. And, you know, they've also launched this on the fly. When Vegas lost their cable deal 2 years ago, whatever it was, they had them up and running in about 10 days. So their production team is the very, very best. Everything they do is quality. But now they have Florida, Tampa, Vegas, and Utah, and now us. And they're very focused, very targeted. But how we kept it a secret, I really don't know. I know we signed something called an NDA, but I don't even know what that stands for. So it was good to see this come about.
I think it's National Dairy Association, so well done.
You know, the cool thing is they built out a studio for us.
That's a good one.
I mean, a year ago, they built this out. And how cool to have your own dedicated studio that, you know, we're going to operate in. Our, you know, pregame shows, our postgame shows on away games will be done out of that studio. But it's the same studio that Hee Haw used, that Candy Camera used. I mean, there's so much history with that station that now we're part of.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. Sean Henry is with us now, and you obviously have that news, and then 3 more games at Bridgestone Arena. Hopefully, with to wrap up the regular season, got a little work to do, but I know you were excited to be able to make this playoff push at home with these 3 games starting tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, you know, back in preseason, you know, I'm always more optimistic about the team than many. But the goal was we need to be playing meaningful games into March with a real chance of being in the playoffs. And look where we're sitting right now. You know, you have the final 3 games, and we need a little bit of help, you know, from the Kings. We need them to stumble a little bit. But these 3 games are absolutely huge, and they're going to be fun. And ideally, the right thing happens, and we're playing games later into April and into May, if not beyond.
How proud are you of the veterans on this team and the young guys on this team that, you know, many looked at after the deadline, you sold off some really good guys that went to other teams, and people are like, okay, the Predators are done now. And none of them in that locker room believed that. And they have fought and gotten to this point. So that has to make you, as someone that's a part of this whole thing, to feel proud about the job they've done.
Yeah, you know, we were criticized by half the market for making the trades. We were criticized by the other half of the market for not making more. We think we found the right balance of opening up some key slots for our young guys to be able to get on this roster and make key contributions, learn how hard it is to play these meaningful games late into the season. Yet at the same time, we kept the veterans to push us into the playoffs and show these guys how to prepare for those meaningful games and how to move forward. So I really think we found a pretty perfect place to be in, and now ideally we get into it. But you look at our penalty kill right now and who is manning that, if you're not excited for the next 10 years, man, there's something wrong with you. Great things are happening right now. It's a lot of fun. Ideally, both Phil and Stammer get over the 40 goal mark. You see just such good development happening right before your eyes. We're going to look back on this season like we look back on that, 13, 14, 14, 15 season when we opened up key roles for guys like Ekholm and Arvidsson and Forsberg and Yossi to play. And we're living those right now. It'll be fun.
I love it, Sean. I try to tell people that an afternoon game at Bridgestone Arena is a whole different vibe. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock, what do you need from Preds fans tomorrow?
Just come here early. I know they're going to be loud, but this might be our highest attended game. We're overselling it. We have concourse passes out, GAs out. It's going to be a fun one, man. There's no reason not to be on Broadway at noon, getting revved up and exploding the building at 4 o'clock. And let's have some fun. Let's show Minnesota, who the dominant team is in our division.
Sean Henry is with us. I have one more, and it's a kind of a bigger picture question for so long, David Poyle held the president of hockey ops and general manager title. You've seen across the league that teams have kind of had two people in those different positions. As you go through this process of a GM search, is that something you all have looked at?
You know, as we announced, next time we talk about the GM search is when we announce who our GM will be. I know you're going about this a little sideways, so I admire you for that, Chase. You had MTSU education coming about. And by the way, you do still have 4 years of eligibility. Joe was wrong. You can go back and play whenever you want.
Okay.
What we always said is we have not put any borders on the type of person we're going to bring in. We wanted to, look at a lot of different types of candidates, a lot of different backgrounds, a lot of different experience levels, and we're going to bring someone in, and that person will have the right title for them.
Fair enough. That's
a great answer without saying anything. Well done, Sean.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Sean, we appreciate it as always. We will see you starting tomorrow at 4 and then Monday and Thursday to get ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, let's figure out where we're going after the game Saturday. Being it's an early get out, the three of us can go out and have some fun like old days, boys.
Let's do it. I'm down. Let's go.
Man.
We'll look at some places.
And I tell Ricky we need him too. We need to round out our trio into a quadruple team.
Done, man.
We'll do it. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it.
All right, see you guys. Thank you. Bye.
That's Sean Henry, CEO of the Nashville Predators, joining us here on Chase and Big Joe. We will come back with what day is it in celebrity birthdays. We'll do that next. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game here on this Friday at 5 Iron Golf. We've been taking raffle tickets. So I'm going to do this now? You want me to do this now? All right. All right, we're going to take raffle tickets, and the winner gets 2 free hours of golf and a TrackMan golf simulator. I just need to read out the ticket numbers. The last 324.
Oh.
324.
324.
There you go. Connor, you're not eligible.
That Connor, always in the middle of something.
Yeah. Look, you get to do a show. You don't get paid, and you can't win anything. So, sucks to suck. No, I'm just kidding. Connor Newt coming up next with DVD. I'm kidding.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
So why is
I know
Connor
I'm kidding.
crying over there?
I don't know. I'm just ready to be done for the week. Let's get to what day is it? The celebrity birthdays.
All right.
Dr. Crane is here with us.
I am still present after my lunch. You guys can't get rid of me, but thank you very much. First on this, we have American Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Day. Encourage a Young Rider Day. There you go. Global Work from Home Day. So there are a lot of people who do the little web jobs.
That's
whatever.
going to be me soon.
National Cinnamon Croissant Day. There you go. The French. National.
Was that what that was?
I think so.
I thought it was somebody from Tullahoma.
Yeah, maybe. National Dive Bar Day is today.
Love a good dive bar.
Golfers Day. You know, you have the Masters going on. Everybody here at 5 Iron Golf. National Farm Animals Day. Shout out to Skillet. RIP. National Hug Your Dog Day is today.
I can't.
You said rip.
He's on Yellowstone.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, man.
Poet in a Cupcake Day. Not sure how that works. Safety Pin Day is today. Salvation Army Founders Day. And last but not least, Siblings Day.
Oh. You used to be our safety pin on the show, but he's corrupted you. So.
Yeah. Joe has done something to my brain.
All right, time for celebrity birthdays. Dr. Crane, since you're still on the up and up, trying to win games, you're going to go first today.
Oh, okay.
Terry Bradshaw called him the best football player to ever put on a helmet. How old is Mel Blunt today? From the Steel Curtain, Mel Blunt.
81.
78.
78 exactly. Chaser, how old is Ken Griffey Sr. today?
81.
78.
76. 2-1.
Nice.
There we go.
2-1. Dr. Crane. No, wait. Dr. Crane. Steve Tasker, former Buffalo Bill. Great player.
71.
64.
64 exactly.
Holy cow.
4-1. Chaser, Neil Smith, former Denver Bronco, Nebraska Cornhusker, Kansas City Chief.
Neil Smith. I don't remember him, so I'm going to say 71.
67.
60. Dr. Crane, former Tennessee DB, J.J. McCleskey.
51.
58.
56. Chaser's up 5-1. Chaser, Casey Kane.
Ooh. 47.
51.
46. Chase up 6-1. Dr. Crane, Sean Avery.
What was Sean Avery in? A movie?
Hockey.
Hockey.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's all sports birthdays. Okay. I'm going to go 41.
46.
46 exactly. 8-1. Chaser, how old is Dion Phaneuf? Hockey player?
Yeah. 44. That's what I was going to say before Adam said it.
43.
41.
Oh,
It's
nice.
8-2. Dr. Crane, how old is producer Babyface Edmonds?
44.
40.
68.
Wow.
Damn.
Chaser, how old is Mandy Moore?
41.
That country music artist?
Oh, my God.
Sure.
50.
42. Chaser's up 9-2. Dr. Crane, how old is Haley Joel Osment? He's also Forrest Gump Jr.
I'm going to go 71.
Was he in The Sixth Sense?
Yes.
Oops.
38.
38 exactly. Chase up 11-2. Chaser, how old is Maren Morris?
34.
That's what I was going to say. 35.
36.
Okay.
It's 11-3. Dr. Crane, how old is Olivia Brown from Miami Vice? She played 2 Booty Trudy.
Okay.
That's her name on the show.
I'm going to go 73.
70.
69. Chase up 12-3. All right, here, real quick. Chaser, how old is Steven Seagal?
Well, we just talked about him
Yep.
this week. 76.
Steven Seagal is 79.
74. Chase has tied a record. It's 13-3.
Man.
Chaser, how old is the lead singer of the Stray Cats, Brian Setzer? Come on, buddy.
68.
67.
Chase has set the record. It's 14-3. We got a few more. Chase, the lead singer of Katrina and the Waves. How old is Katrina?
46.
51.
66. One more, Chaser. How old is rapper Q-Tip of A Tribe Called Quest? Come on, buddy.
57.
60.
56. Chase wins
Wow.
15-3.
Well done.
Yeah. He sets the all-time celebrity birthday record.
That deserves a free drink.
Well done, Bubba.
You know what? Suck it, Jared. You have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
As we leave the show, to our guys out there, have a great weekend ahead. I want you to go out and do something for yourself. It's not selfish. It's deserving. You are powerful. You are wonderful. You are absolutely loved. Have a great week. If you need to reach out to me, reach out to me. I'm always here for you. You're doing fantastic. We love you. More importantly, more than anything else in the world, know that God loves you.
DVD coming your way next here on 102.5 The Game.